Yes. What's going on, man? What is going on? Happy Monday. What's up, YouTube? What's up, YouTube? Let me know you can hear me, man. Hold on, I got some day trades going here and kind of kicking some butt right now. 2 winners, 1 loser. Looking pretty good on the day. Big, this is the TQ in a 1-minute chart. And we'll see. Big stage 1 runs up, holds the anchor point, runs up, makes some money. Stage 4 decline, sets back up, and we've been in it since about 11:30 and have run up. So it's been about an hour we've been in this trade. Been downsizing it. Wanted to go live to talk a little bit about Uber, man. Let's see where we at. Let me pause this. Can hear you loud and clear, man. Thanks. All right. You know what's up on Uber. Hit the like button, damn it. Goddamn grown people shouldn't have to be told that. Let's see. What's up, man? What's up? All right, so we got the TQ pushing up. If we drop this down here, let's talk about Uber. Big breakout today. We started adding back to Uber just recently. Often here, if you go to the newsletter, usually in the beginning, I have a wrap up from the previous week. You should kind of do this in your own mind. Is kind of think about what over the weekend, what happened last week, and talk a little about that, and that'll kind of help set you up next week. If you know, in the very back, I have my whiteboard. In the whiteboard, I post what I plan to do this week. So we'd started back to Uber last week. There's a little ad there on the 19th, and then the 20th, then on the 13th, and then on the 5th, and then on the 3rd. So, as you can see, this has been about a month. So we started adding back on what I thought was a stage 1 over this last month. Now we're getting the breakout. It's way past a buy zone here. Friday, right in here would have been your last chance. So now we're just going to let this thing run. Let's see. An article. It's probably this article that came out today. There was a good article today talking about Uber's numbers. I try to talk anytime I get in Uber, which is almost every day. I use Uber. I try to talk to the drivers to see what's going on, man. You got to open your eyes to the world around you. There's an abundance of money, but if you're too fucking self-centered and only worrying about yourself and thinking about you, you're not going to see the money around you, man. A lot of people, they don't talk enough, man. You don't interact enough with the world. You're worried about yourself. That's most people, man. Let's see. Yeah, we're day trading. Is this day? No, we're not day trading right now. I do day trade. Speaking of which, I need to trim a little here. Look at this run here, guys. From 27, we got in at 27 on the stage 1. Is it over here on 27, like 90 something, 92, 93? We've run this bitch all the way up. Not a bad little payday on 1,000 shares, about $500. Anyway, I'm trimming 25 shares right here. I usually first trim I do is 200. Then I start dropping down to trimming in 100. Once I hit 500 shares, if this thing is still running, I start trimming in 25 share increments and try to ride it out as long as I possibly can. In a perfect world, we'd ride it until the end of the day. So boom, see, it already jumped back down. Anyway, we're going to let that run. Money flow works regardless of time frame. It's fractal. This run here on the daily chart of Uber. There's your stage one buy. There's your breakout. And then it runs up. That's the same as this right here. Stage one buy. There's your breakout. And then it runs up. No more complicated, man. Let's see. Yeah, I think T hit the buy zone today. A lot of people buying it early, man. That's my biggest thing. A lot of people in the money flow like to jump early. Start jumping early, buying everything fucking early. Problem is that'll work in a bull market. You'll learn your lesson over time. There's a reason I have a Ford. Come on, man. What is going on, dude? What in the fuck? I have to kill Instagram. I don't know how they know I'm on Instagram too. Hold on, having some technical difficulties. They're already throttling me. You might want to move over to YouTube. This will be recorded over there. Really don't know how they know this. So bizarre. Never had them do this before. Only in New Orleans has this ever happened to me. So we're starting to see a stage 3 setup here. We saw it here, but that doesn't mean it's going to go down. If you get a runaway, you can keep going, right? So if we look at a stock like McDonald's, it's one of my largest holdings. Look at this thing just run, man. Just run. This move at McDonald's has been ridiculous. I mean, this is crazy. It's now $298. This has been one that's just run. This could go to $500, man. Let's look at Pepsi. They'll probably do a split soon. McDonald's. Look at Pepsi, too. Just holy moly, man. Look at this run. Can you get in the game? Stop spooning. Get your shit together. That's one way to get in the game. You probably got a lot of fucking problems. Probably need some therapy, man. You probably got a lot of stupid friends and bad habits. So one way to get in the game is get your shit together and stop spending money on dumb shit. Get some money so you can play the game. That's one way. That would be one way to get in the game. Is open a brokerage account, man. Get some money. Start reading. And just get going. You don't have to get it right. You just got to get it going. I know a guy that said that once. So Pepsi's a runaway. McDonald's is a runaway. Nothing we can do for those here. Just let them run. I would not sell any. I'd just let them run. AT&T is a buy. As of now, price got above the 5-day moving average. The RSI went extreme. So if you know what I look for in the money flow, I don't trust a down move where the RSI doesn't go extreme. Meaning I want that to break 30. All I care about on the RSI is below 30 and above 70. I really don't care about the middle. And we broke 30, just barely. And, and now we have price above the 5, and we have a little box here. And we're right at the 200, Am I excited about this one? Not really. At this point, AT&T is just a fucking bond. They're fixing to pay a dividend coming up here, so I'm probably not going to add to this. That's just me. So as I look at things to add to, let's pull this up. If you go to my newsletter, it's all free. Got a new trade of the week. I was going to try to send an email about that today. OOTO, and we'll talk about that. If you're in the Discord, you should have seen I posted it last night. But if we come over here, you'll see, like this week, I've got $436 in dividends coming. That's going to come from Campbell's, PFF, Verizon, Freeport McMoran, AT&T, and CVS Pharmacy. I don't know. I'll let T buy some shares. I'm not going to drop any money in T as of right now. Got a few new trades or new trade ideas playing out. Got long OOTO this morning. So if you're in the money flow, you should have got a text from me about this. Now, let's talk about this for a second. Look at the Delta chart. See this nice move out of Delta, right? Stage 4 decline, starts going sideways, and now we're trying to push up. These are super common where it starts to break, pulls back, starts to break, pulls back. That's a very common situation. So Zuma says, beginner here. Get my book, man. After today, nobody gives a fuck if you're a beginner. Market doesn't give a shit either. It's just going to take your money. Only one that cares about that is you and your mama. Now, your mama would probably tell you, oh, baby, you'll do all right. You're not going to do all right. You're probably going to lose all your money if you're trading. That's just the cost of learning. Anyway, this is Delta. But here's a trade idea, swing trade. So OOTO. Come on, man. OOTO. Now, this is a 2X travel ETF. Very similar chart as Delta. See it? So it's comprised of airlines, boats, any sort of travel. And you're going to break out, pull back, and break out. Oh, Zuma, I could help you, bro. I could help you. But you'd have to listen. That's hard for adults to do. Oh, I got to close this DQ trade. So look what's happening here. That's called stage 4 decline, right? See what's happening? We're going to take this $160 we're left here. We're going to give this one more to confirm. But this would be the pattern, right? This is our pattern. Sideways, up. We put in that stage 3, right? And now what? We're breaking down into a stage 4. I imagine it comes down probably back into there. We'll leave it up and we'll see. I'm going to give this a second and see if it breaks this low right here. If you back this up to a 3-minute, which is the 2 time frames I use primarily, 1 minute and 3, 1 minute still in a stage 2, okay? So I like to move in and out on the 1 when I'm day trading. And we'll give that a second and see what it does. I wouldn't advise this if you're new, Zuma. I think you need to back it up, man. So you need a different time frame. One thing you got to learn about the stock market's fractal. 1 minute chart, 5 minute, 15, 1 hour, 4 hour, 1 week, 1 month. Just depends on your time frame, man. See, well, it looks like we're holding it right now. I'm going to give it just a second. See if that holds it. Then all you got to do, bro, stay away from the options. Stay away from all the dipshits on YouTube. You'll be all right, man. 6 months from now, you'll be a trading killer. Be a shooter, man. All right, where are we at? Give that a second. So the S&P 500, if we check in on that this morning. All right, let's pull up the money flow for just a second. Come on, man. Why did that just happen? Let's go to our pattern. So that's board. The charts that I'm looking at each week. If we go to the white, let's pull it back. This is the basic breakdown of the money flow, right? So I'm tracking this chart pattern right here. 4 stages: accumulation, uptrend, distribution, downtrend. What you want to call them, that's what I'm watching, is that pattern right there. These are the indicators that I use. The indicators aren't near as important as the pattern itself. If we can watch the pattern. See, I gave it just a second, and we're still in. So I like that confirmation. You want to give it a confirmation because sometimes it'll look like it's breaking down, then turn right around and head up. So most of the time, if you just give it a little bit more, yeah, maybe you lose a little more, but you've had such a big win here. I want to be hesitant to close out a trade. I don't want to be fast to close it out. Most people do it backwards. Look at Zim. My friend Sam was adding to Zim. I said it was too soon. It's too soon. The RSI is not extreme. Now, a hard habit for me to break of people is they think, well, I'm lowering my cost basis. We're not lowering our cost basis. We're buying stage ones. Nobody gives a fuck what you paid for it. It doesn't matter. What you paid doesn't matter. You don't buy stocks based on what you paid. Okay? You don't buy stocks based on what you paid. You buy stocks based on their pattern setup and your portfolio positioning. So, a lot of people got wrecked in the growth sell-off because all they owned was growth stocks. Okay? Well, if all you own is one fucking sector, you're going to get wrecked at some point in your life. Right? So in the thing Well, here, let me stop my class so I can go over your stock. Okay? Here, let's just stop the whole class. UWMC. I'm sorry. I was going to talk today, but I'm going to let you guys run the class. Let's look at their stock. GP, would you have trimmed WP? No, it didn't hit a 70 RSI. It was close. And no, I wouldn't change the fucking rules because one stock didn't work out right, which is something I see people do. And that means you're trading in scarcity. I'll see people, oh, well, I'm going to start doing a little bit early. That's because you're worried about losing because you don't believe over time you're a winner. That's usually when people start changing the rules. Would I add to this here? Hell no. Let's see. Let me see this stupid stuff. Did they not save it? Hold on, man. They didn't save your stupid stuff. UWMC. This is a dumb stock, right? Let's see. Is it not bringing this thing up? They're throttling me. What's up, man? Why is this thing not coming up? See, now you've interrupted the whole fucking class to listen to your chart. So here we are, listening to their stupid penny stock. Here we are, looking at your penny stock. Yeah, you would have trimmed it, man. You already know the answer to that. 70 RSI. You trim it. Now, if it's a buy and hold, maybe not. You know what I mean? And maybe if I don't know, you would have trimmed over here, let it come in. Now we're going to run again. Yeah, I would trim it, man. Why wouldn't you? Why wouldn't you? That's the rules. Why wouldn't you have trimmed it, man? I would have trimmed on this day, though. Bam, right there, man. You get a move like that, unless you're fucking greedy, and you're like, oh, I don't believe the RSI. I know the RSI works all the time, but now that I'm doing it, I don't think it works. Anybody else got a stupid stock they want to look at or brag? Anybody else want to brag? Oh, look at my stock ran away and I'm doing great and it went really high. Do you think I should have trimmed some? Let's see. Does anybody else have a stock they want to brag about? Are we going to brag? Let's brag about Starbucks. I mean, since we're all bragging, I'll just show all mine that are killing it. Yep, Starbucks is a great one. Now, let me show you something. I meet so many people that struggle with trading, and it's like, man, instead of listening to these dipshits putting you in options and all this stuff, why don't you just come hang out with me, man? Learn to trade. Sideways, up, sideways, down, sideways, up, and now we would start trimming it, right? So there you go. Starbucks. Now, I'm not trimming Starbucks because Starbucks is one of my buy and holds, and I already trimmed it long time ago. You don't have to trim it. Let me take you to the whiteboard for a second. Now, one thing I do every internet will load. Let's see. Let's see. Come on, man. Come on, man. They just got to throttle me, don't they? Oh, shit. Hold on. I forgot we were day trading. All right. So hopefully you learned a little lesson there. Give it a second. It's one of the hardest things I have in our live day trade room. A lot of times when this thing drops like this, people will immediately close it because they're trying to keep this money. But we've had such a big run here. I always wait for the confirmation candle, which means one more candle to confirm this candle. And a lot of times you won't need to sell it. And so look right there. It just saved you from getting out over here and then having to get back in here. I mean, you could get out and get back in. It starts to get more and more dangerous as you do that. Yeah, Starbucks has just been a runaway, and that's a classic money flow pattern, right? Um, where's the white? So if you look on the whiteboard, you'll see stage threes: Hasbro, McDonald's, MO, Pepsi, Starbucks, VTR. VTR is one that we were talking about a couple weeks ago, like a month ago that I was buying. VTR. VTR and if you have my free ebook, you don't have to die broke. Totally free book. This is one of the stocks that I talk about in the free ebook that I've owned for years and years. And look at that. Stage 4 decline, sideways. Now we're running up. Yeah, Ventura, this is a assisted living REIT where all the old people go. So always in business because there's always old people. So this has been a nice one. It didn't quite hit. So when I was putting the board up, I may have been like a day early on that. I'm looking at it now thinking I may have been. CMSA, this is Comcast. I haven't talked about this in a long time. It's one of my buy and holds. Once they go in my buy and hold, and once my position size is fairly large, once I've trimmed and run, I pretty much just stop talking about them, and I just let them do what they do. And I only bring them up again if they set up for another buy. Like I've owned CVS Pharmacy for a lot of years. Only recently has it been cheap enough to buy any more. So once I own them, if they take off, that's it. I'm done. I just hold them, collect the dividend. And then if they get overvalued, I set the dividend and go to cash so I can put it in something else. These are stage 1 buys, ones that I think are set up. Uber was in that, but now Uber's busted through. So Uber will come off that, right? Obviously. Intel, VTRS, Dash, Delta, WBD, T. So doesn't mean I'm buying all of them, but it means throughout the week, this is what I'm targeting throughout the week. These are the stocks that I'm looking at. Let's check our day trade here. Still printing money. So we're in the good. We're in the good, man. We're in the go, man. We're in the go. Let's see. Wow. Make sure you guys trim if you're live trading with me on this. Don't get greedy. This has been a great run, though. My God. All right, back to what I was doing. VTR, So what I try to do every Sunday is as I'm going through this, somebody asked me what's a B and B, and I said, "Hey man, do you have my book?" And he said, "No." Man, come on, man. Come on, man. You can't just ask me questions to death and not buy a goddamn book, man. Come on. So sometimes you got to call people out, man. You ever do that to your customers? Be like, look, man, you need to buy this shit. I'm tired of talking to you. GP is the RSI fractal as well. Of course, RSI's fractal plays out on any time frame. I trimmed Amazon at 109, Kellogg's and Lyft for a 13% gain, and MO 12% gain. Well, those are little bitch gains, but we will look at them. I'm not looking to get 12%, bro. That's for babies. Like we're trying to get hundreds of percent. Now, don't trim. I mean, I don't know. I hope you trim because of the RSI. Don't trim because of a percentage. That's terrible if you did that. Then you may be like, well, it was a win. I don't know what you trimmed Lyft on, bro. Lyft ain't even hit, man. Come on, man. What the hell are you trimming, bro? Trimmed Amazon. Man. Bro, you trading like a girl. Let me see. Let's see. Trimmed Amazon. Man, you trading like a girl, man. You trading like you don't want to lose money. Better get with the money flow. Come on, man. Are you a Viking or a mouse? That thing ain't even hit yet, bro. We're still good, man. What are you trimming? Come on, man. Let's see. It's going to be hard to get you rich, bro. You're going to be cashing out before we even get there. Lyft, what are you trimming Lyft for? It's just now breaking out. The target is $17. All right. I'm about to flip the fuck out. Bro, Matthew, come on, man. What are you doing, man? You better get my book, bro. Stop trading like a girl. And to all the ladies out there, I don't mean adult women that are assassins. I mean like 16-year-old girls that just got fucking, what's that dumb app you guys all use? Robinhood. It's like a teenage girl with Robinhood. Not a girl like Curvy. She's a killer. I'm talking about I better stop there. I was about to get in trouble. Sometimes the comedy show goes too far. You went too far, man. You need to calm down, Gerald. Calm down. People have feelings. Stop being a dick. I apologize, Matthew. Let's see. I don't know why you would have trimmed Lyft, bro. Yeah, Lyft's on. Anyway, I wanted to read you guys this on Uber. Uber's my favorite stock. I own a bunch of it, probably too damn much. I'm willing to take that loss. I do not recommend you guys do that with a stock if you don't own a bunch of shit. Like I'll kind of break my own rules sometimes and buy too much of a company, but I also own 17 houses and $1 million in dividend stocks. So I'm collecting, like $200K a year in other people's money. So if I was to take all that money for 1 year and buy Uber, it doesn't hurt me because next month they're going to give me more money. So don't get crazy with the money from your work. If you're out here working, saving money, put that in guaranteed shit. Don't put it in options and put it in Forex and stupid fucking coins. Don't do that, man. Put it in guaranteed shit. As guaranteed as you can get. And then take the profits and the winnings from that and you buy the riskier stuff, man. Does that make sense? So Uber, first quarter revenue was likely. We don't know for yet. They haven't reported. These guys are, it's just an article that was out there. It was circulating. I think that's why it popped. Ride sharing company takes rate percentage. So they take a rate. They call it a rate. I was calling it a rate, like in poker. Had someone ask me, what's a rate? Poker, man. Whenever you play poker, they take a rake off the table. Well, that's what Uber does. Uber Technologies, one of the world's largest share riding companies, will likely report a narrow net loss of first quarter and solid revenue gains boosted by robust rate. They call it a rate of the percentage of each fare it keeps. Uber is forecast to report a net loss of $178 million. Sounds scary. That's just how they do it on paper, man. Shit, sometimes I made money, but I show a loss because that's called accounting. Or 9 cents a share compared to a larger $5.9 billion loss same quarter last year. So not as bad a loss. Revenue growth slowed from previous 2 years when the loosening of the pandemic restrictions caused travel demand to surge. Total revenues likely rose 27% to $8.7 billion with a record rate take of 27.7%. Very nice. We'll see if all this comes true. They are set to report on May 2nd before the market opens. Here's what I think I was going to tell you. Let me see if I can find it. Annual pace first quarter. I'm not seeing it in this article. Oh, here it is. This is what I'm always concerned with right here. This is the number, in my opinion, that matters the most. The number of Uber trips in the first quarter will likely exceed 2.1 billion. That sounds like a big ass number to me. So if you divide that by 3, maybe somebody on Instagram can do that for me. Divide that number by 3. Matthew, do you have my book, bro? Do you have the Money Flow book? Better get it, man. Stop bullshitting. Read it, man. Stop bullshitting. You know what's the worst feeling in the world? To buy a stage 1, catch the breakout, run it up, and right here on the stage 3, think it move is over and get out, and then watch that bitch keep going. There's no worse feeling in the world, man, in my opinion. Maybe a pencil to the neck or something, but I don't know. Maybe this is worse. What do you think about AMD? Have you looked at KDP? No, we haven't looked at KDP. Let's see. Anyway, that number, if somebody wants to divide 2.1 billion by 3, that would let me know how many that is a month. That's a lot, dude. And if you can figure out how to add $1 to each of those rides, you had 2.1 billion rides in the quarter. What if we could add $1 to every one of those transactions? That would be amazing. So, let's get out of there. That's all the rents. The rents are coming in, man. The rents are coming in. First of the month. I love first of the month. What's up, Brittany? First of the month. Either paying rent or collecting it. Please save this for your subscription. I don't think I can, man, because I messed up and played music in the beginning, and they won't let me do that. It's saved over on YouTube, though. I played music in the beginning. I wasn't thinking. And on subscription, you can't have any content that is not your content, which is very weird. They put me on restriction for showing an article that was about me because the article wasn't written about me, by me. How about that, man? Let's see. So TQ is still going. We got another stage 3 going here, and we had one going here. Let me see. Where were you at, man? I feel like I need to trade like Michael now. Let's see. I think we're going to rename that, guys. Trade like a little bit. We're going to call it doing a Michael. Let's see. Remember we used to have the Billy Wong Award. The Billy Wong Award. Remember that? Remember old Billy Wong? He ran up Viacom, borrowed like $5 billion and ran it up. I'm just teasing Michael, man. I'm just teasing, man. So, yeah, so 700 million. That's a lot. That number seems odd. That's a lot of goddamn rights. Let's see. Look at AMD. Yeah, AMD setup is nice, right? Another play on this is SOXL. I'm in this. This is a triple leveraged version of that. Let's say you can't afford. Let's say you can't afford. As my man Andrew Tate says, let's say you're a brokey and you can't afford AMD because AMD's $89 and your wife won't let you do that. She's like, well, that's way too much money. Well, you could buy the SOXL, which is a triple leveraged. So instead of buying call options, you could buy a triple leveraged fund, which is very leveraged, but it's only $14. And then you could try it, that would be your stage 1 entry right here. Right here is your stage 1 entry. Actually, it was Friday, to be honest. Right there. Friday would have been your entry. You got your support level, but I would put the stop, if it was me, right below the anchor point. Put it right here. A little bit below there, man. A little bit. And then where's my target? My first target would be right around here. I would take it down a little bit, not right at the high, right around in there, maybe 1750. So nice little turn 1400 into 1700. That's what I'd be looking to do, or do it on AMD or Intel or any of the stocks. Let's see. Yeah, nice setup, man. I like mine better, but yeah, man. Nobody cares if your name is Kumar from India. Nobody gives a shit. Nobody here cares. Nobody. The only one that gives a shit is your mother. Maybe. She might not even care. I don't know. All right, we're still in the trade. My name is Kumar from India. Let's see. Whoa. Um, let's see. I thought Kumar was that dude from what's that show? Those dudes that smoke weed. Wasn't that Kumar? Wasn't that his name, man? Kumar. Uh, that was that dude's name, wasn't it? Kumar. Yep. So I like the semiconductor trade. You could do AMD. You could do any SMH. I think it is the unleveraged. This is a leverage play on that. Intel, I'm going to assume looks similar. Make sure you're making all these connections. It's sort of similar. Yeah. So if you look at this, we had a stage one, runs up, tags the RSI, comes over, close it out, comes back. You got an anchor point, sets up, gets above the 5. Now you got a new trade, man. Perfect, dude. Perfect. Wealth Squad J is here. Well, hello, Jay. Welcome. Squad J's here. Let's see. From the WS, from the Smoke Squad. They smoke a lot of weed in the Wealth Squad, man. That's what I hear. I don't know anything about it, but I'm just saying that's what I hear. I don't know. Is that true, Jay? That's what I hear, man. What's up, bro? What's up? Um, Uncle G, have you covered BX? Nah, BX looks fine. We'll check in on BX. BX, is one of my largest positions. I really wasn't adding much back over here, but I was telling everyone if I wasn't in this stock, I would definitely be buying it. And if you know anything about the bread and butter trade, um, anytime I get a high quality dividend stock trading underneath that 200 day, I mean, I got a whole book coming out on this. I mean, it is such a powerful move. I mean, it happens so much, dude. Look at that. There's 3 of them just right there. Yeah, this is stock's fine. It's in an uptrend. I wouldn't add here. It's past adding for me. Your chances to add were down in here, and now we're breaking out. You know, I don't know, trade wise, that's not much of a trade, but yeah, it's fine. It's headed higher right now. A lot of people are bearish. I've seen a lot of people heard people talking about there's a better risk reward to the downside. And yeah, I don't know about all that, man. That's not money flow talk. So that's not money flow talk. So you won't ever hear me talk like that. Um, S&P 500 is in an uptrend. We're moving higher. We're moving higher. So for me to hedge a breakout, it's just ridiculous. Like that's just it's just not money flow talk, man. I don't know what it is. It's something else. Um, yeah. So I don't know. Um, NW is it NWL? Let's look. Uh, yeah, bro. This says stage 4 decline. don't think I'd pick up on this. You gotta wait for this to set up, unless that's what you meant. You gotta wait for that to set up, man. That is not a good setup. NWL, NWA. I like that. The boys in the hood. Let's see. Approaching. Maybe in a minute. Not just yet. It's kind of an ugly stock, though, man. Why is it going down this whole time? You got SoFi breaking out. I've been limiting my talk on penny stocks. Or it was breaking out, then it sold off. I like it here. It's right back in the box. So good setup. I like it. $7.80 something target. I haven't added to it yet. Yeah, there's some retail setups. If you saw my whiteboard, I talked about that. Back in oil is a possibility. I haven't done it yet. Possible breakout coming in gold. I'm not looking to get out. I'm looking to buy more, probably. Stage 1 setup in T and Pfizer. Stage 1 setup in Zim. Wasn't quite there yet. These are just ideas, things I'm watching for the week. These are some leverage plays. One of them is retail. It's a leverage play on retail. So we got retail, semiconductors, travel. There's a lot of stuff set up, man. It's a really exciting time to be positive. I'm seeing people that are negative. You're on the wrong side of the trade, man. Be careful. That's just all stubbornness. If the market's breaking out, it's fucking breaking out, man. If it's breaking down, it's breaking down. Like it is what it is. If the girl don't kiss you back, man, you might be breaking the law. That's all I'm saying. If she doesn't want to kiss you back, you might be breaking the law. That's what they tell me. I know. You said what they said. They told me. Follow your passion. Sometimes that'll get you in prison. So be careful with that advice. Let's see. Check in on bonds. Can't always follow your passion. You might go to jail. Bonds are breaking down. That is a gave up on 3M. You remember when Buffett gave up on Coca-Cola? Remember he was adding for 7 years? It took Buffett 7 years to fill his Coca-Cola position. Remember when he gave up on it? Oh, wait, that didn't happen. He kept buying for 7 years. Then he got really fucking rich because he bought a lot. So, this is going at least to the 200, man. Uber's running now, man. Uber's running right now. We don't need to wait, bro. Uber's running right now. I imagine it's probably going to keep running into earnings, and then we'll see what's up. There's some articles out saying that earnings beat, though. So let's see. Let's check out Oxy. I'm not in Oxy. We've talked a little bit about it in Discord. I don't know. I felt like Buffett was overpaying for it. It's just hard for me to buy oil stocks up in this range here, just because I bought them so cheap. But yeah, this is a stage 1 setup. It's tradable for sure. I was in the ERX and I got out, but it's set back up. Could get right back in here. DKNG's running. Yeah, I like DKNG. That's a good one. What was I going to say? There's one I wanted to show you. Tesla setting up TSLL, which is the leveraged Tesla play. I like this setup. We've been adding to this. If you don't know about these, you might look at trading these. Over here, the big four, there's Tesla, Amazon, Apple, Google, and Microsoft. These are 1.5 leverage, and they're all much cheaper. So that one's $8. It's like $16. I think the Apple one's like $20. The Google one's like $17. So these sometimes are a little more buyable for smaller accounts. Um, Good stuff there. What's up, Danny? Um, yeah, good stuff there. Now, I had a guy today tell me he was buying a 5% treasury bond instead of real estate because of the cash flow in his area or something. I don't know if you're on here, but I kind of puked a little when he said it. I can't imagine buying a treasury bond over real estate. I mean, I would rather just hold the cash. Let's see. ETRN, let's check in on that. That has a huge dividend. A lot of troubles on that. I might have a podcast coming out on some troubled stocks that I own that I'm in that we haven't had the turnaround that I'd like to have had, but I'm gonna stay with them, but not as excited as I'd like. ETRN's one of those. Haynes Brands is one of those. Intel's one of those. We've had a few that are just haven't worked out, and some have worked out. And that's kind of the game. Not all your stocks are going to work out. Some might go to zero. Where's Matthew? Is Matthew going to be able to handle that, guys? If it goes to zero, is he going to be all right? You better make sure you can handle it, Matthew. You might have a stock go to zero. How does the money flow work in Forex? Same way, sir. Prince the boss. I don't know why you'd trade Forex, but you can. I play around with it sometimes. Same pattern. It's just the problem with Forex is it's hard to get an edge, man. It's so leveraged that it makes it difficult. All right, so we're still in this. Again, you might have got stopped out right here, Fabby. Are you listening? But then if we wait one more candle, it confirmed and it kept us in the trade. So even though it starts to break down, wait for that confirmation, man. Again, like my man just said there, does it work on Forex? Well, this is a TQ 1 minute, and that you'll see it works on everything, man. Eggs, orange juice, housing, your own personal life. There you go. Started the break, but that just turned into another statement. Now we're doing this giant stage 3 up here. But that pattern is the money flow pattern. Yeah, so K was one we were buying. How long ago were we buying K? Let me see. It feels like it's been a while. I've owned K for years, but it only sets up every so often to add to it. Let's see. And it's a pretty boring stock most of the time. It seemed like we were adding to K not too long ago. Shit, it may have been a while back. Let's see. K's another one hitting the 200. Anytime you get these big dividend stocks that fall underneath that 200, these are no-brainers, dude. Look at K running now. So Kellogg's is one I've owned for, 2 years or so. And we just wait for stage 1s where the RSI is extreme and we start buying. It's just as simple as that. And then you don't give up on it. Remember, we bought Gilead for almost 2 years and stayed underwater the whole time. And people, I can't do it, Gerald. I'm great. And so for 2 years, we stayed in the red, just adding on stage 1s. And then the day of reckoning came and it exploded, man. Just as we expected. So Kellogg's is ripping. Might trim a little if you had just gotten in. When were we buying? That was back in March. Let's see. March. Let's see. There's nothing worse in life. Like one of the grossest things in life is you get someone new in the money flow and they kind of come in like when the market's up pretty good, and then it comes down. And then every time they fucking talk from then on is to let you know, anytime they mention a stock, they got to let you know how much they're down in it. Have you ever heard me talk like that? I never tell you how much I'm down in a stock. Like it's almost rare. It's very rare to hear me talk like that because look, adding to Pfizer, Amgen, K, because I'm not down in the stock. The price has changed. That's it. That's it. So I don't feel the need to let everyone know. People do that for like sympathy. Oh, but I'm down 27. Nobody cares, dude. Nobody. You got a long time. You got plenty of time to add on stage ones, and then it'll go up, and then it'll come down, and it'll go up, and it'll come down. I'm going to show you what I mean here in just a second. So look at K, and we added, what did that say? They're getting cut off. So January, February, that was February. January, February, March. February 10th, huh? Oh, look, right where I circled. So that stage one we added. And when's the next one? March 20th? Let's look around there. Huh. Maybe I didn't add on that one. If I didn't, there was a reason. Hopefully you did. I may not have had any money. Let's see. Anyway, doesn't matter. It's ripping now. How can I buy your book? Hit the bio link, bro. Ask your wife or girlfriend first. I don't want you to get in trouble, bro. A lot of you guys will get in trouble. I gotta ask my wife or husband first. They don't want me spending money on trading books. Yep, trade's breaking down here. Got our confirmation. See that? One candle. Now we got a confirmation. So, yeah, Kellogg's is ripping, dude. All right, so let's hold this right here. Does anybody have Morningstar up, man, and can tell me what the true value on Kellogg's is? Anybody have the true value for Kellogg's? What's up, David? Yeah, what was my story? Was it yesterday? $84. No shit. Wow. $84 is what they have? Hell yeah. All right, cool. Yep. So that was one we had to be patient. So look at this. I mean, it's been 6 months. 6 months and it's going down. Ah. It's not going to let me, is it? So look, it's been going down. All that did is just let you accumulate shares. And now what? Now you're above all of those. It's been 6 months. 6 months. It's gross, dude. And on my end, I have to hear it all the time. People, it doesn't matter when you come in, they'll turn down. And then they'll constantly, hey, my price point. That shit goes for about 2 years. And then everyone's price point is much lower because you've now been through what's called fucking experience and some cycles and some ups and some downs, and you stayed in and you handled it, and then all of a sudden you're like, wow, I'm up a lot in this. And it's like, yeah, you remember that time that it was cut in half and you were crying like a little. Think what you'd be up if you didn't do that. Um, that takes a while and a level of maturity sometimes for people to get through. Um, and it, whoa, let me know you can hear me, YouTube. This desk here is so small. Oh, dude. Don't make me roll call you either, man. I take notes on that shit too. Some of the people in my group, some of the people that talk tough now, like secretly sending you crying messages. Let's see. That can you hear me? That's when everyone too has an emergency at home, man. You watch. Every time there's a market breakdown and the world goes to shit, that's when everyone has a quote an emergency at home or some bullshit excuse why they got to get out of the market. It always conveniently happens when the market's collapsing. Um, I'm gonna tell you a story about a man named Jed, whose poor mountaineer family barely kept him fed. No, there was a where's he at? There was a nurse. I don't remember your name, sir. I put you on point. He was a nurse, and COVID happened, and of course, nurses had to work a lot during COVID. I mean, so much that it was just impossible to look at your charts and stocks because you got to focus on that. It would be impossible, just impossible. So, they couldn't do that. So they had to leave the group. Of course, it was because stocks were collapsing, but they all give you the work bullshit story. And and I always wonder what happened to that dude because then the market, it was literally at the bottom. Like we lost half of the MFG at the bottom. And then the market just proceeded to go up like 100 and some percent, man. Whatever it was, man, it was massive. And I always wonder what he did. And I'm thinking, wow, what an opportunity. Your stocks are cut in half. You're a nurse and you're making the most money you probably ever made due to the pandemic. And so you're going to have all this overtime and all this extra money. And your response to that is to stop paying attention to the stock market. It wasn't to double down or load all that money into your thing. It was to focus on not investing and then just working. Like, I don't know, man. I always wonder what that person did. And I wonder what if they would have just poured all that overtime into the market. I wonder how wealthy they'd be right now. Anyway, I always wondered that. I need to go look that dude up. I need to go look that dude up, man. The Zim's looking good. It's a little early on Zim, man. We're breaking out again on the 1 minute. See that? So let's look at Zim, and then I get out of here, man. Yeah, it's a little soon yet, man. Look, the RSI is not extreme. Price is below the 5 day. You got the 5, the 10, 20. MACD's flat, but it hasn't turned up, and everything's still down. So I would wait personally. But then I'm a master of the money flow. So that's why I would do that. Let's see. And it might go up tomorrow. Who the fuck knows? It's not like you're not going to hurt yourself. I just like doing it. I'm always trying to perfect my trading, man, and make it perfect. I'm always trying to make it perfect. Perfect, perfect, perfect. Price has got to get above that 5, especially if the RSI is not extreme. I don't trust the move, man. I don't want to trade like Matthew. Be like, oh, I'm up 10%. I should take my 10% because I always want to be broke and never make 5,000%. You could make 5,000%, but it's hard to make 5,000% if you sell too soon, right? Um, we're back. Break it out. I'm just teasing, Matthew. Sort of. Sort of not teasing. Let's see. Being up a certain amount is a horrible reason to sell a stock, by the way. Let's see. That's it, man. I think that's all I got. I'm gonna watch this out, finish out day trading here. I don't know if I'm gonna make it to the end of the day, guys. I gotta go help a buddy with some shit. We've had a pretty good run here, so I might just take my winnings and move on. Um, I think we're on week 7 of winning weeks day trading the TQ. So, knock on wood. I think so. Feels like week 7. Like Tesla here. Let's check in on my one OOTO. That was a new swing trade today. Oh, we're on the move. So it's a new swing trade I put out today on the travel sector. So we're up a little bit. Now notice the volume, super low. This is a new 2x leverage fund, okay? So the volume is pretty small because not a lot of people are playing with it. You guys know what that's like, right? So a lot of people are playing with this. So I don't know. We're looking, I don't know, 1450 is kind of where I'm looking for this to go. Jay knows what I'm talking about. Let's see. What's up, Manny? Um, yeah, Major Mills said, I'm glad we stuck through those times. Um, yeah, this desk that I trade on here is so tiny. It's, whoa, shit. We got to get out. I'm going to close it out. That's it. That's it. Not good. I need to get out anyway because I got to go. I'm down to 400 shares. Great day trading, man. I think I'm up like 300 and some dollars. So that any day I'm up a couple $100 day trading is a good day. Um, we'll close out with Uber again. Uber, there was an article. See, it's already coming back. It's such a fucking tease. Big breakout by Uber. You know, I own a shit ton of Uber, like 2,000 something shares. It's a lot. Um, there's an article out today say they're doing really well. 2.1 billion rides, 27% rake on the rides. If all that comes out, they're only going to have lost 178 million. That loss is some, it's paper. It's not like me and you being losing 178 million. It's a little different. Okay, it's accounting stuff. Um, Huge revenue. So if that's true, that's a good thing. That's causing Lyft to probably break out. Lyft is a buyout candidate. So I have been buying more Lyft lately than Uber, but we started back buying Uber last couple weeks. Um, but if you know, over the last few months, I've been more buying Lyft. I have way more Uber than I do Lyft. I really do believe that at some point Lyft's going to be a takeout candidate. I thought Tesla would buy it, and then he bought Twitter. So I guess he decided free speech was more important than traveling in cars. So that's how that works. All right, Instagram. I saved this over on I'd saved this over on YouTube, and that's my cell phone number there, man. If you're looking for some people to trade with, send me a text. We'll talk about it. Maybe the Money Flow Gang would be good for you. And look at this thing now. Look at this. I need to go and look what's happening. It's breaking out, man. Which means I got to get a little bit to play or I'm going to feel bad because my friend hasn't called me yet. So I'm back in. But yeah, I try to save all of these every day on YouTube. I know I babble a lot, but Hopefully, some of that babbling helps you and makes sense. You notice, well, one thing you should do is whenever you're looking at a chart, look at it backwards, and you'll start to see little things. Like I used to trade Twitter a lot, and Twitter would break the 20 and then come right back. Break the 20, come right back. That was very common for it. So when it would break the 20, that really wouldn't issue a sell signal for me. I would need confirmation. I would want to come even lower. This was confirmation, and then we went lower, but then we came right back. And I was going to tell you, if I'm day trading this, I'm looking for stage ones, right? That's a stage one, but so is that. So now you've gotten these two whipsaws, right? Where it started to go, and then it came back. Now, I would have a stop somewhere down in here. So when that ran and then pulled back, it wouldn't have stopped me out. And then it ran again. Shit, I might have added to the trade. I don't necessarily like this setup because we've been going sideways for so long. It feels like it's a possible top there. And that's just nitpicking the setup. And sometimes just using intuition, if I'm nitpicking a setup, I may just take a smaller trade just because I don't like this. I don't like the setup, I just don't like, but look, bam! I'm glad I got in. But I only bought 500 shares, so that sucks. So just like that, $60. That's what's crazy. This is the TQQ, man. It's not a stock. It's actually an electronically traded note, ETN, which is different than an ETF. I hope you know that, Bill. Get your shit together, Bill. Better know the difference between a mutual fund, an index fund, a closed-end fund, a business development fund, an MLP, which stands for Master Limited Partnership, and a REIT. They're all different, and they're not fucking stocks. Okay? Stocks are stocks. Stocks are companies. These are not companies. Big difference. Okay? I don't know why this thing keeps doing that little thing it does. So make sure you guys know that. A lot of people don't know that, man. A lot of people don't know shit, dude. They think they do. They think they know things, and they really don't. If you start asking them questions, they really don't know a lot of things. So you got to understand the difference between stocks, ETNs, ETFs, leveraged funds, unleveraged funds, all these things. Let's see. Yeah, this is the TQQ, which is different than the QQQ. It's the leveraged version. And down we come. Make sure you learn those differences. He knows buy high and sell low. Yeah. Not a good strategy either. Man, all you got to do is read my book and you'd never do that again. You would never do that again. You would only buy low and only sell high. Just learning how to use this one indicator would never let that happen. Never, never, never. If you learn the RSI, you'll never do stupid again. Never. I mean, unless you just wake up going, hey, I want to do something stupid. What's good, Gerald? I don't know. What's good with you, man? He said that's why we watch. We don't know shit. I know, man. I'm just playing. Closed-end funds is another one too, man. Closed-end funds are good to study. Like USA is a closed-end fund. These are very high-yield funds. Pay enormous return, 10%, 15% yields. Those are very cool. You might check out UAN. UAN is trading below the 200, and it's starting to break out. The dividend yield on this is massive. Last year on this $90 stock, they paid $27 a share in dividends. $27. I don't know if you guys made it past 8th grade math, but if you have a stock that's $100 and it pays out $27 in dividends, that's a lot. Listen, Bill, it's a lot like 27 fucking percent. And you didn't even sell the stock. You just owned the stock, and it paid you 27% in dividends. Well, some people might say, well, that's impossible. That's because those people are stupid, and they don't know. But there are plenty of companies that pay high yield. Now, sometimes they pay high yield and they're in trouble and they can't pay it. They shouldn't be paying it. These companies are designed to return all the money to the shareholder, similar to a REIT. This one's a trust, so it's a little different, man. And if there are no money, if there is no money, they don't pay you shit. So if Zim doesn't make any money next month, they're not going to pay you a dividend. Now, the dividend on this one is 150%. It's hard for people to comprehend. They usually, because they're stupid, will say, well, that's impossible. And it's like, well, if you go read, you'll see why the company can do that, because they're paying just with profits. If there's no profits, they don't pay. If the profits are huge, they pay a huge dividend. If the profits are a little, they pay a little dividend. And the profits have been huge recently, so they paid a huge dividend. But the board has set it up that way. They're going to pay out 30% of all profits in the form of a dividend. There's only 120 million shares. And between the Money Flow Gang and the Wealth Squad, we probably own a fourth of the damn company. I bet. Seems like it. All the dividends I saw getting posted. Now, that's probably not true, but we probably do own a chunk of it, man. So, nothing wrong with having some of these in your portfolio. You don't want them, too many of them, but I do like having some of these, man. There he goes. There you go. You said it, bro. Be careful with high dividend stocks, bro. I can't even teach people some of these things because as soon as I do, that's the comment they make. Well, yes, generally that's true. But the ones that I'm going to show you, that is not true. You have to go read on them and why the fucking return is so high. The reason this one pays so high, like I said, is the board is returning 30% of all profits to shareholders. They made $2.1 billion fucking dollars. The profit on that was, I don't even remember, shit ton. Well, if you divide that by 120 million, if you divide a shit ton by 120 million, you get a very large fucking dividend. And that's how the dividend worked. I think the last one was, I don't know, 700 million or whatever it was. And so 300 million, whatever it was. And then you divide that by 120 million and you get the dividend was $2.70 a share, which comes, pretty big on a $16 stock. So, silver. I've been in the gold trade, not silver. Got a little bit of silver. Tried to rip, came back down. I like it. It's a stage 3, though. It's a stage 3. We'll see if it holds. Remember this time we went with gold. That was our buy signal. There's the bottom. There's our breakout, right? This is a classic money flow chart. First target right here, right? And then the second target was RSI going extreme. Completed trade, one extreme to the next, one extreme. Listen up, Bill. If you followed this right here, you would do good all the fucking time. That's all Bill's got to do. All Bill's got to do is get his shit together and stop spooning and spend some time and learn this shit. But he's probably too, I'm so busy. I'm so busy. I'm so busy being busy that I can't get rich. I'm so busy at work. And then they fire you and outsource you. You've been all fucking busy working for them, paying them all your money. Oh, I'm so busy. And you go fucking broke because you're busy. How many people spend their whole life fucking busy just to be broke at the end? No, I'm so busy. All my 30s, I'm busy. Oh, I'm 42. I'm so busy right now, Gerald. Just busy, busy, busy. And then you're fucking 50 and broke. You're like, oh, but I was so busy. Doing what, dude? What were you doing? I mean, how the fuck are you 30 and you're busy? Doing what? What is it you're doing that you're so busy? Let's see. One of the things I used to do, I'll give you a little secret, a little Gerald Peters secret. Fellas, ladies, Bill, you go buy a pair of earbuds. and you pick whatever side, man. Left side, right side. I like the right. I put it in right ear. Keep everyone on your left. So you got the earbud in your right. Keep everyone on your left. And then you learn because you're listening to shit, smart shit, not music. Most of you guys listen to music all day. If people that listen to music all day are usually just dumb and broke, okay? Now, I like music. You know, I go out and watch a lot of live music. And if I'm working on charts, there are things when I'm listening to music. But you can't just listen to music all the time or you're going to be dumb and broke. Like you have to take in actual shit and learn things, okay? So one way to do that is with an earbud. So when you're hanging out with your mother-in-law and she's like wah 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 wah, you have the earbud in and you're listening to, I don't know, something about Bitcoin, or you're listening to Barron's Roundup, or you're listening to, and all of a sudden, as you do this day after fucking day, you get real smart. People are like, wow, how do you learn all that? And it's like, educate yourself. So human beings are the only animal that can train themselves. So if you just do that every day, you'll be very smart, Bill. Let's see. But I'm so busy. There we go. Silver looks like it's coming down. Gold looks like it's coming down. You know, these are the ones I track these, right? You should track them too. You should also track the indexes right here. Listen up, Bill. Dow Jones, SPY, Qs, bonds, gold and silver, oil, Bitcoin. And then I rank them based on which one is the strongest. Based on that, usually gives me a good idea of where the market is going. And that helps me come up with trade ideas over here. Okay. You could add the IWC. That's the penny stock ETF, by the way. You could add that. That's it, man. I just gave you guys the secret. What's up, YouTube? Let's see. Anybody bring up anything? Oh, IYKYK. No, too small a stock, bro. Glad you're stuck through. Let's see. Max on Lyft. Yeah, Lyft should go much higher from here, guys. All right, man. I got a bell. I got to help a buddy today. You guys be good. I was just playing there. Bill and Michael. Was it Michael? Just joking around. I was serious though. Don't cut your things too small, man. You end up trading you end up trading more not to lose than you do to win. So be careful on that, man. Appreciate you guys.